little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
He was taken down by Bobby.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Now Ryan on 1st down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At the 49-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, you got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Ryan took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their 1st-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
21-yard line.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there, and not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
On the Seahawks 12-yard line.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
Play action. It's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Forced out of bounds.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To try again after the sack. Ryan, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a 3rd-round pick back in 2012.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the 2nd most in his career. 31 touchdown passes and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Down at the 45-yard
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
pass. Intended for Will Disley. Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Falcons 7, Seahawks nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, they'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
1st down.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Wilson's pass.
Tyler Lockett there to make the grab.
Touchdown.
And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Daryl Patterson. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own.
We remind you lots more to come here this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High.
At the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan eluding the pressure right. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Here's Ryan to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
so much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Ryan. Flush to his right. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks get them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The tackle made.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
A gain of 15.
Good catch there by DK Metcalf. And when he came into the league, we were all impressed by his physical attributes. Looked like he was chiseled out of stone. This guy's body is one that we all really wanted to have. But as his rookie season progressed, they added more and more to his plate. Now at times, with his size, his speed, and ability to catch the ball downfield, he looks downright unstoppable.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
That's good.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, Ryan. And he's got it. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First down. First down and goal to go.
Ryan will throw again. Dancing to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Short kick. One of the... Now a hit and a loose football. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Still going inside the 30. And the Falcons grab it. So all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. They go play action now. Ryan. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
Returnable for Lockett. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. They run it with Carson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44.
Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's knocking on that door for a 100-yard gain.
And what receiver doesn't want to be part of the Century Club? Every receiver, when the game starts, wants to have 100 or more yards next to his name. It's a badge of honor, but it also shows that you're helping out your team.
And he has certainly been helping out his team so far. On first down, Ryan. Flushed out right. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Younghoe Koo to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They run again with Carson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
The ball carrier.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Chris Carson, the Seahawks ball carrier.
Grady Jarrett on the tackle there. Remember how he emerged in the Super Bowl against New England? Continues to step his play up. Was a Pro Bowler for the first time after 2019.
On third down, Carson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense, because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but
blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Fowler. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
10 at the 37-yard line. The end of the third quarter.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Davis. Dropped at the 35, able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. They go play action with Ryan. And this one's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. 3rd down here. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Davis. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Short throw to Disley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Complete.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Wilson's pass.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And inches.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. On first down, it's Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Falcons grab it. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Seahawks.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Wilson's pass.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there. 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. A pass underneath for Carson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete.
Wilson's pass.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Wilson's pass.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up
now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Dante Fowler getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. One last shot for Wilson. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together.